intentionally all the time.
And we are quickly underway, and Crouch going downfield and connecting, and who's there to deliver the hit but Mike Lee after the conversion across the way to Jacoby Herring. So here's Crouch.
Go!
KOD looking for an early TD. They have one. Crouch is in.
Making it look easy.
I'd say that's cannons to the right of them.
Yeah, exactly.
All the way into the end zone for Ed Crouch.
Even with a running clock, right? Just a couple of minutes gone by, and Crouch to the move.
It looked like the Knights of Degen have put an emphasis on getting Ed Crouch back to that MVP type form that we saw a year ago.
Go! All right.
Hard count here, trying to draw. Instead goes Verges. And he runs into a big pile of blue, trying to move right.
Of course, that QR code in the upper left of your screen, easy way to download the app.
Yes, here's Jones on 3rd and 11. Goes the short route, and that'll work to the 15. And making something out of nothing there. We've got a 4th down here, 4th and 3. Jones. He'll have room, can pick up the first, decides against it, and throws incomplete. Good fight from Shelton Lewis.
Back to the read option.
Go!
KOD.
The Kingpins read it well.
Oh, that was a pull for Ed Crouch. He's going to look at that on film and say, oh, no! Defensive end completely collapsed down. But what the Kingpins did is try to exchange responsibilities with the defensive end taking the back and the linebacker replacing him. So with that information, KOD can go into a heavy play action. Here's the double corner, going to try to get a corner to the corner of the end zone.
Crouch, plenty of time on this occasion. To the end zone, up high and hauling it in. Jedediah Lewis, the touchdown for the Knights of Degen.
Soaring through the air.
It's a Yeti! Take a look at this throw on a deep post. He just fires this ball across the field, and up goes Jedediah Lewis.
Played with KOD in week 1, back again, and for those that watched Jedediah Lewis play some years ago at Sam Houston State, this is the type of plays he made there. Nearing 4.5 to play, first half, a 12-0 lead for the Knights of Degen. Thierry Jones feeling pressure, escapes 2. To the 20, the 25 now, and he'll slide down out of play at the 20. Elusive to break free of what was sure to be a sack.
Dropping back, doesn't like what he sees, protecting the ball in traffic, and then find a way to get out. You know, these quarterbacks with the legs, they are very, very dangerous in the FCF because once guys commit one way and they see all that green grass, they can get out and go. And then he's...
Dixon in motion here. Fumble, ball's loose and recovered. Becker's there to fall on top of it. The exchange between Jones and Verges wasn't there. And now the celebration for Rusty Becker and the crew into the Hot Mike's booth.
Mike, very good job. Just the right place at the right time. A miscommunication from quarterback to superback, and Rusty Becker is the beneficiary.
That's a wise choice here, right? They are already closing in.
Crouch
steps through. Well, for one play, it doesn't look as wise as the defense is there for the takedown. And Curtis Collins, the veteran.
Players on the field who had only been tackled by 2 people.
Right. That's a good one.
Go!
Crouch, again feeling pressure, going the wrong direction. Eludes a sack, moving forward to the 5, and then is drilled out of play. They still have that progressive 5th down. Remember, they voted down using the power play. Here's the toss. West pushing forward, still moving the pile, and now getting stopped. And again, that Kingpins defense is up to the task. 1st and 10 from their own 1 after the goal line stand. Thierry Jones and the Kingpins trying for some magic. Will have to go short and turn something into a little bit of a longer play. They're not going to get all the way there, as the completion was good to Keaston Fuller, but he couldn't get past the 10-yard line, and that is where this first half comes to a close. 12-0. Kingpins, though, will start with the football. Could not convert on that last play of the first half. Jones Fumble. No one has it except KOD. A scoop and score for Nate Bresson. Wow, both Jones and Virgie ran different directions. I assume one of them had it.
I mean, just a miscommunication. And so when I was a player, we had periods in the beginning of practice, in the beginning of games called exchange, right? Center quarterback exchange, and almost just as important.
The receiver option. Southwick throwing on the move, and again facing pressure. More Slick Nick drilling Southwick into the turf as that pass was off target. Over on twitch.tv/FCF. Southwick now on 4th down. Trying to get away. Slick Nick rips that football away, tries to shovel it back in bounds, but they rule it out of play. But just an aggressive pursuit from Mr. OTO. So officials a little charitable here as they're trailing 20-0.
And it doesn't matter.
As, they say ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie.
Southwick held up, stopped, and the 5th down wasn't solving that. Change hands and go back to KOD.
I mean, the Kingpins are, the fans are, man, block, but this KOD offensive line, defensive line has been violent, to say the least.
To call plays, we'll have our G's later on. Crouch facing a rush, steps away, but won't get far. Ripped down, Stephen White on the scene.
little Ken and Ryu, I believe.
But Crouch here just doesn't pick up the blitz early enough, and it was another one of those green dog situations where it's not initially a blitz, but he's gone. Crouch just didn't recognize it fast enough, and we haven't seen him do that, especially today. We've seen Crouch pick up the blitz and know when it's coming and where it's coming from and react accordingly, but that time he just didn't.
Exclusively in the Twitch chat, type in the name of the player you think should be our Gatorade player of the game. With KOD in front, 20-0. Crouch steps through, eludes defenders to the 5, still moving, touchdown, Knights of Degen. It's their day, 26-0, they go ahead.
The legs of Ed Crouch, whether in the design run game or like this in the pass game where he sees a lane and he powers his way into the end zone. He has all the tools and he's putting them on full display today.
And she talked about it, right? With Stiggers on the other side, would you be a little hesitant to engage in the pass game? Jones across the middle, and that one incomplete, tipped up, and Tony Dixon, the intended receiver, looking for their first score. Jones lets it fly. Giles caught! What a grab from E.T. Giles, a bobble, and the Kingpins are on the board.
The very next play, a absolute dime that's almost dropped, but caught on the second try. Very nice job by Jones, and I am very impressed with the way he's taking command as he's come back into this game.
34-yard pass, Jones to Giles. A lot of E.T. Giles fans in the chat on Wednesday night wanting their man to get drafted. He ends up going to the Kingpins. Maybe that's the way back, right? Jones and Giles here for Kingpins. Jones taking it himself, needs that first down, will not get there. He is driven out of play, and so the comeback rule attempt falls short.
Go!
Moving corner of the end zone. Excellent interception, a one-hand grab in the end zone, taken away. That's Curtis Collins.
Can't have a situation where you turn the ball over and allow the Kingpins to get points, but what an interception, right? You just get a lollipop essentially thrown up, and he reaches with one hand, very Odell Beckham-like, and taps it to himself and makes the play.
38 seconds left after the timeout. Clock will roll until 30. 3rd and 5. Jones, that's low. Just could not get the ball there in the back of the end zone. He's tried to find Elijah Rodgers. KOD will take over. Also,
number 3 receiver.
Here's Jones. Jones fumbles. Football is loose, and it will be picked up, but out of play. The recovery is there for Darius Crosby, but the defense does their job. 8 seconds left. 3rd down. Horton will keep it himself. And he'll pick up a couple as the clock reading zeros. And that's a 28-8 victory for the Knights of Degen.